These are the different factors people have, all the scholars, all the scientists, all the industrial engineers has said that you need to take into account. Now, how and who is going to advise us that how we should take into account? Do not try to resort to calculation of SMB based on only time study. Because we have seen in the rating, one of the option was PMTS, and that gives us probably fairly better way of doing that.
The PMTS software that I'm going to use to analyze this operation, this software is TimeAssist. This is a cloud-based software and web-based software. The advantage is that you don't necessarily need to install it in your computer. If you have internet access from anywhere in the world, you can log into your software, you can access to the software, and you can do your analysis. To start our analysis, we have to go to this work section. Then I have to open one new worksheet. Join back yoke. Here we have elements, and the parameter is also already given. Like if you are going to pick up the piece, if you pick up the piece for 0 to 15 centimeter, you have to just click on here and it will automatically add the TST value. TST is total standard time. This is normally known in industrial engineering as normal time or basic. Whenever you are starting any operation, you have to break down it into small elements and you have to recognize the right element from the software. Here you will define how much allowance you want to put, and then the software will automatically calculate the same value of that operation. When you open up the software, if you are not able to recognize which element you should choose, you just simply right click on it and then you will see that there is a detailed description attached to this. Like if you don't know what pickup piece actually means, you can see there, you can read the description, you'll see there it is written there pick up the piece means for every element, this software is giving actually the video reference. And from there, you can recognize the right element from here, you select and you analyze your operation. After disposing here, operator's right is going to pick up the piece and the operator is placing the piece on the machine. For this, we are going to select here, pick up the piece. We have to select from here, pick up the piece 31 to 45 centimeter. After picking up the piece, please watch it. Picking up the piece, the operator is not grasping the piece. Without grasping anything, she's just moving and straightening the piece. So here, to define this element, we'll select from here, move straightening the piece without grasp for 16 to 30 centimeter. The left hand is moving to pick up the yoke from here, and then she's positioning it onto the folder. Now you may ask me that when the left hand is moving and positioning onto the folder, in parallel, the operator's right hand is also working. But these things are happening in parallel, simultaneously. And when it is happening in simultaneously, the left hand, it is actually doing the work in larger extent than the right hand. So the time value of this operation, of this activity, the left hand activity will be influencing the same value, not the right hand. Whenever we are talking about the pick up the piece, we have to consider the distance from the dispose position to the pick up position. The distance is nearly 16 to 30 centimeter. And for this, the right element should be, so pick up the piece and position to another, this is 16 to 30 centimeters. For this here, the right element would be as additional positioning without grasp. And the distance bracket is, if you watch carefully, this will be something between 0 to 15. Between 0 to 15. As we are doing here the micro motion study, we have to actually pay attention to the each and every element that hands or fingers are performing. If you watch carefully, here the right hand, it is actually performing a regrasping movement. Right after the positioning, the hand is moving and it is regrasping the piece. For this, the right element from here should be regrasp by moving hands 0 to 15 centimeter. Now what is the next element? Now the operator is pushing the fabric little bit to position it under the foot accurately, just below the needle point. And for this, the right element from here should be position under the foot accurately 0 to 15 centimeter. Here the operator is actually positioning both the yoke and back panels so that the operator can create the lapsing. The operator has started the swing and she is swinging here for 5 centimeter. Now for this swing, we have to add one element here. We'll go to the sieving section. For this kind of jeans, generally in industry, 3 stitches per centimeter is followed. So here we're going to select 3 stitches per centimeter. The machine speed for this kind of machine is maximum machine speed is generally 4000 RPM, but the operator will not be able to achieve the maximum speed. So we can say here the operator will be able to achieve nearly 90% of the maximum speed, that is 3600 RPM. And the sewing length is 5 centimeters. If you put all this information, you will see that the software itself is automatically calculating what the standard time should be for this element. After sewing, for the first time, the operator is taking a burst. Her hand is moving at the edge of the fabric. Then she is moving or straightening the piece, and then she is sewing again. Now, for this element, we have to choose from here, moving or straightening piece for 16 to 30 centimeter. And after that, she is completing sewing the entire length. Now we have to add another sewing element here for this. I will add the sewing element. Here I'll define the machine speed as 3600 RPM. And the sewing length here is approximately 20 centimeter. After the sewing is done, the operator's hand is moving, taking the piece and finally disposing of the piece. So for disposing, from here we'll now select dispose 31 to 40 centimeter. So here our complete analysis of this operation is done. Can see the software itself is giving that for this operation, when you have broken down the elements and you have chosen the right elements from the software itself, TST, total standard time in the software, is 0.174. And if you define here the allowance, what you need to put, it will automatically calculate the same value should be 0.00. But here we'll just consider this TST value. We'll not talk about the operational allowance, because in different industries they are actually following different norms for determining their allowance percentage.
A PF&D allowance. Now in PF&D it is personal fatigue and delay. Personal fatigue is the allowance which are generally in the ILO standards which are defined. Also, this can change from factory to factory, but the delay allowance, the D portion of the PF&D, which is actually the machine delay allowance, those are specified standard. Like single lintel lock stitch machine, if somebody is working, it says that you need to add a 9% allowance. So different machines have different allowances which are there available in the books. So that is not going to change from factory to factory, but however, PF allowance, although ILO defines some ranges, but PF allowance can actually change from factory to factory depending on the conditions or your probably layout of your factory, and there are many things.
So let's please focus on the TST 0.014. How PMTS can give us a benchmark for rating. So here we have seen that the operation that we have analyzed, when we have done it in the PMTS is giving that the TST or the normal time of this operation should be 0.174.
All benefits we can have. So we have discussed that there is no qualitative, there is no approximation, there is no subjective value. So we need to look at that where probably there is no certification, there is no investment. So we have seen that you just need to log in and then start self-learning, and then probably after some time you get guided learning. responsibility of the industrial engineer of understanding and deciding on the best method. That is, no PMTA software can tell you what is the best method. PMTA software can only tell you, any PMTA software, it can only tell you that if you have chosen a method, it should be able to tell you what should be the 100% operator's time following that method. Anywhere in the world, it will not change.